What it do, guys? Manjoume here, and today we're going to be checking out the brand new legendary A Marvel deck building game expansion, Black Panther. Now this is really cool because this will allow us to do a proper Black Panther legendary MCU video. And hopefully going into Wakanda Forever, it'll cover a lot of what's in there. I know it won't cover everything, but it is a really good base for us. Now, when we do get to Legendary MCU Black Panther, the first one, we will be doing a giveaway. When we hit 100 views, we'll be giving away a copy of Legendary Black Panther. So stay tuned for that. Additionally, we have an extra Quantum Breakthrough promo for the original Iron Man. Probably give that away in like Iron Man 2 or 3 Legendary MCU. Now for this guy, let's just open her up. Should come off pretty easy. Oh yeah, that's good. It's been a minute since I've done one of these. Looking at the front, see a Panther, Black Panther, Shuri, and Storm, which is really cool that they included this. Now we will super be able to have like, I think even a full team of Black Panther times 2, because they had the Illuminati version, Storm, the Storm in this version, and then the base Storm. Then I think they actually had a combined card in, I think, Civil War. I think the set did have one where they were like together. So cool, we have a whole team of just those two characters. Looking at the side, more the same. The other side, a little different, but mostly the same. Looking at the back, welcome to the newest legendary expansion, Legendary Black Panther. T'Challa, the rightful king of Wakanda and world-famous Avenger, is leading the Wakandan royal family and their incredible allies into the world of Legendary. This 100-card expansion features new schemes and skill testing keywords for a whole new game experience. King T'Challa and Queen Storm call upon the full might of Wakanda to combat the forces of evil, not only for Wakanda, but for the entire planet. The fate of the world depends upon how you choose to play the Black Panther expansion, Wakanda Forever. Black Panther expansion includes the following: 100 playable cards, 5 heroes, 2 masterminds, and villain groups, and rule sheet. As always, you do need a base game to play this. Let's see here. Oh, they've been doing these 2 groups. I don't hate it, but it's something to kind of know when you get into it. Here it is. We have that gold motif. Pretty neat. Legendary Black Panther. Ambush. We've had Ambush before, but I'm not sure if we've had it on heroes. When a hero with Yellow Ambush ability enters the HQ during your turn, you may use the ability if you have played an Instinct hero. Putting wounds on villains. A big thing in this, to do this, put a wound onto a villain from the wound stack or from the KO pile. A villain gets -1 attack for each wound on it. When that villain is defeated or leaves the city, return all wounds on it to the wound stack. So this would help. This would be really useful in the Legacy Virus scheme, because once you run out of that stack, you lose. That's cool. If you want to read that, you can pause it. Multi-class cards return, Empowered returns, and Throne's Favor thematically returns as well. So that's super cool, adding this to the pile. Check out the cards. So what I'm probably going to have to do is open both and then kind of categorize them, because I mean, this pile has some heroes in it. Some damage on the card's edges there, but that's okay. These are going to go into sleeves and are going to be more or less fine. Okay. That was kind of scary. Still didn't turn out as well as I would have liked it to. Some wear and tear on these cards already. First off, we have the rare for the White Wolf, Reflective Vibranium Armor. It is a tech card, 7 cost, 4 attack. If you played a tech card before Ambush, wound each villain and the Mastermind. That's really good. If a Master Strike would occur, you may reveal this card to KO that strike and wound the Mastermind instead. That's super good. Wow. Next up, we have Command the Hatut Zeraze. Okay, that's probably the uncommon. Pretty cool. I want to know if this is, well, I know in the MCU they changed White Wolf, or at least mentioned it once that it's Bucky Barnes. I don't think this one is. The White Wolf takes on missions too extreme for official Wakandan approval. Cloaking Tech Ambush, which is really cool. Wounding the villain. It's pretty neat. Then Secret Assignment. There's no actual indication of who this person is yet. Yeah, at all. You don't know who he is. Just that he does stuff that, you know what, he takes on these missions that are otherwise too dangerous for normal Wakandans. So, you know what, he's cool. He serves his purpose. And he wounds villains and even the Mastermind with his rare. So, really like that. Next up, we have General Okoye's rare, Direct the Agents of Wakanda. And is that Wasp? I think that is. And I'm not exactly sure. I have no idea who that is. The 7 Coster, 4+ attack. If you played a Wakandan card before, you may KO a shield, hero, or wound from your hand or discard pile to get +2. That's really good. Get rid of the beginning cards and wounds. You know, that's just really good. Sovereign Bodyguard, pretty cool. Oh, there's the third one. Lead the Dora Milaje. It is a double. Actually, did we have any in that first group? No, I think he was... No, not all tech. There's some red in there. So cool. So yes, this is our first multi-class set. There's a lot of them. To My Last Breath. Just Instinct. Next up, we have the rare for Princess Shuri. Become the next Black Panther. We'll probably save this for the Wakanda Forever video. 7 costs, 3 stars, and 3+ attack. If you played a Black Panther card before, this turn each card entering the HQ has ambush. If you have any cards that share a color with this card, get +2 attack. Shocknet. I've heard this one's actually pretty good. I like it. Kamoi Beads. I just think that looks really awesome. And it is a dual color, blue and tech. Pretty neat. Vibranium Experiments, tech card. Not too surprising that there being quite a few in this set. Oh, now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of this one. Queen Storm of Wakanda, Thunderous Tempest, the rare. 8 costs, 5+ attack. Choose up to 3 heroes from the HQ. Put them at the bottom of the hero deck. If you played a Black Panther card before, gain the throne's favor. If you already had it, you may spend it to get empowered by red, then get empowered by blue. We've already kind of seen it, but she's probably going to have a lot of blue and red cards. Speaking of which, Forked Lightning is both of those, so it plays really well into her playstyle. In fact, I think that might actually go for the base one as well. Torrential Downpour. Ooh, a lot of empowerment. She's very powerful. Hurricane Winds. Pretty much every aspect of her powers, her mutant powers that is in full effect. Then the man himself, the rare for King Black Panther, Unite the Tribes of Wakanda. 8 costs, 0+ stars, 5+ attack. If you played a Black Panther card before Ambush, you get +1 attack for each hero class you have. If you played a Black Panther card before playing this, gain the throne's favor. If you already had it, you may spend it to get +1 attack and +1 star for each hero class you have. He, of course, is 2 by himself, and there's so many dual classes in here. That's going to really level it up. Speaking of which, we have Heart-Shaped Herb. That's good. Vibranium Claws, another dual class one that are completely different from that first one, and have some difference from this one as well. He has almost... Wait, he does have every color. Wow. Then Unseen Protector, really bringing out the rest of them, but yeah, he has every color represented by himself, so you're bound to get some good attack with this guy. So really cool hero groups. I'm actually most excited to play this new Storm because I think she's going to really rack up some damage. And you know what? Black Panther himself, he's going to be really, really strong. Taking a look at the first Mastermind, we have Claw. He has 8+ attack. He is double empowered by colors of his sonic frequency. He always leads the enemies of Wakanda. Master Strike, put the top card of the hero deck next to Claw as a sonic frequency, putting any previous frequency on the bottom of the hero deck. Each player must reveal a card of the same color with it or gain a wound. Oh boy. Claw's epic card is 10 plus attack instead of his 8. He is quadruple empowered by the colors of his sonic frequency. He always leads the enemies of Wakanda. Master Strike, put the top card of the hero deck next to Claw as sonic frequency. Put any previous frequency and each card from the HQ that does not share a color with the new frequency on the bottom of the hero deck. Each player gains a wound. That is crazy hard. Wow. Cohesive Sound Construct. Fight. Rescue 4 bystanders. This tactic enters the city as a villain whose ability is escape. This card becomes a Master Strike that takes effect immediately. Man, that sucks. Convert matter to sound. Each player simultaneously KOs one of their non-gray heroes. Put one of those cards with the lowest cost next to Claw as his new sonic frequency. Put any previous frequency at the bottom of the hero deck. Ultrasonic Boom. Put the top card of the hero deck next to Claw as a sonic frequency. Each other player must discard a card that shares a color with it. Put any previous frequency on the bottom of the hero deck. Cruelty provokes resistance. Set aside all heroes from the HQ that do not share any colors with Claw's sonic frequency. Gain one of them. Put the rest on the bottom of the hero deck, then refill the empty HQ spaces. Wow, that's huge. Put them right there. Now for the villain group, enemies of Wakanda, we have Reverend Echibe, 6 plus attack, empowered by red escape. Reverend becomes a scheme twist that takes effect immediately. Zenzi, 5 plus attack, empowered by yellow. Ambush. Zenzi captures a bystander for each yellow hero in the HQ. Only one of these. Both of these only have one. Tetu, 4 plus attack, empowered by blue. Ambush. Put a hero from the HQ that isn't empowering any of the enemies of Wakanda on the bottom of the hero deck. Fight. Same effect. Wow. There's 2 of them. Jakara, 4 plus attack, empowered by, you guessed it, green. Fight. KO one of your heroes. So pretty simple. There's 2 of them though. I think last up we have Nightshade, 3 plus attack, empowered by tech. Fight. You get +1 star for each tech hero in the HQ. Pretty simple. Now we have the star of the show and the best thing that allows us to do legendary MCU Black Panther. We have Mastermind Killmonger. While Killmonger has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight him. Instead, you may pay attack equal to his attack to wound him and get +1 star. He always leads Killmonger's league. Master Strike. Each player must reveal 4 different hero classes or gain 1 of the wounds on Killmonger. Any player who can't do either must discard down to 4 cards. So it's a 5 attack, but there's something special to it. Epic Killmonger. He has 6 attack instead of 5. While he has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight him. Instead, you may spend attack equal to his attack to wound him and get +1 star. When you fight him, each other player gains 1 of his wounds. Wow, that sucks. He always leads Killmonger's league. Master Strike. Each player gains a wound. Gain them from Killmonger's wounds if possible. That's a lot harder. Wow. Okay. His first tactic is Altar of Resurrection. Oh, well, okay. Wow. Okay. Is he going to come back in the new movie? Who knows? 5 attack. Fight. The player on your left chooses a non-henchman villain from their victory pile. It enters the city with a wound on it. Then that player on your right does the same effect. If solo, you do both. Oh boy, they called me out on this one. Throw from the waterfall. Draw 2 cards. Then each other player discards a card. Rite of Challenge. Each player with no Killmonger tactics in their victory pile gains a wound that was on Killmonger. If you have this tactic, so you don't gain a wound. A scar for every kill. You get +1 star for each non-henchman villain in your victory pile. Under his villain group, Killmonger's League, we have Venom, 9 attack, ambush, wound Venom. Each player may discard a card to wound Venom again. You're going to have to with him being that strong. Escape. Choose which players gain each of Venom's wounds, dividing them as evenly as possible. Got 2 of those. Baron Macabre, 5 attack, ambush. A villain from your victory pile enters the city, wound that villain. Then wound Baron a number of times equal to that villain's VP. 2 of them. We have Malice, 4 attack, but there's some kind of rule to it. Ambush. Return a wound from the Mastermind and from each villain to the wound stack. While Malice has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight her. Instead, you may spend attack equal to her attack to wound her and rescue a bystander. How many? Wow, there's 2 of those. Okay, that should be fun. Then we have Prey. 3 attack, but there's some kind of thing to it. Ambush. Each player reveals a yellow hero or gains a wound that was on the Mastermind or a villain. while prey has more than 0 attack. Okay, it's the same wounding mechanic there. There's 2 of them. Killmonger is focused on wounding the villains in Mastermind, while Claw is more focused on his sonic frequency and empowerment. Now for the schemes, we have Provoke a Clash of Nations, 11 twists, twist 1 to 8, without talking. All players simultaneously vote with a fist, palm, or 2 fingers. Break ties at random. Then only you discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You must do the voted task by the end of the turn or stack this twist next to the Mastermind as an international crisis. Fist, War. Defeat a non-henchman villain or Mastermind tactic. Palm, Diplomacy. Play 3 heroes that share a hero class. 2 fingers, Commerce. Recruit 2 heroes from the HQ. Twist 9 to 11. Do all 3 tasks this turn or add an international crisis. Evil wins when there are 6 international crises. I'm going to guess that's Claw. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to say that's Claw. Poison Lakes with nanite microbots. Setup. Twists equal to 5 plus the number of players, 30 wounds in the wound stack. Twist. Stack this twist next to the scheme as an infective nanite. Wound the Mastermind. Then for each infected nanite, wound a hero in the HQ, dividing these new wounds as evenly as possible. Special rules. Whenever you recruit a hero or leaves the HQ, pay 1 less star for each wound on it and choose players to gain those wounds, dividing them as evenly as possible. Whenever a wound is KO'd from anywhere, return it to the bottom of the wound stack. Evil wins when the wound stack or villain deck runs out. I'm going to still guess that that's Claw, though I'm not too sure. Plunder Wakanda's Vibranium. Setup. 10 twists representing Vibranium. Twist. Put any Vibranium from the city into the escape pile. A bystander enters the city as a 3 attack smuggler villain with fight. Rescue this as a bystander. Then the highest attack villain captures this twist. Put the top card of the hero deck next to the scheme as a Vibranium attunement, putting any previous attunement on the bottom of the hero deck. Special rules. A villain holding Vibranium is empowered by the color of the Vibranium attunement. When you defeat them, put the Vibranium into your victory pile worth 3 VP. Evil wins when there are 4 Vibranium are in the escape pile or the villain deck runs out. I would almost say Provoke a Clash of Nations should be Killmonger, and then this plundering will be Claw. Then the creme de la resistance is going to be Seize the Wakandan Throne. 6 twists. Twist. If the Mastermind has a throne's favor, they spend it to stack this twist next to the scheme as a tribe of Wakanda defeated. Otherwise, the Mastermind gains the throne's favor. Shuffle this twist back into the villain deck, then play a card from the villain deck. Special rules. Whenever you fight the Mastermind, you gain the throne's favor. Evil wins when 5 tribes of Wakanda have been defeated. And that, of course, is going to go to Killmonger, and is probably going to be the star of legendary MCU Black Panther. So to go over it again, I gave Killmonger Provoke a Clash of Nations and Seize the Wakandan Throne, whereas I gave Claw Poison Lakes with nanite robots and Plunder Wakanda's Vibranium. How would you guys have dispersed the schemes per the Masterminds? Now that I'm looking at it, I like the way White Wolf is like whoosh, going that way, and then Black Panther is kind of going the other way. That kind of works out perfectly. I like it. Well guys, that's it for legendary Black Panther. What was your favorite hero in this set? Favorite villain? Favorite scheme? Which scheme or masterminds would you like to see played out first? If you want to stay up to date on my videos and live streams on both YouTube and Twitch, check out links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining. That's all for now guys. Manjoume out.